Our ship modeler is specialized in fine handcrafted ship models and custom builds. You can find us on Facebook at Handcrafted Wooden Historic Ship Models.
Hello and welcome back to another update from my build of the San Juan Nepomuceno from Artesina Latina. Yes, I'm still here. You do not get rid of me, even if you don't like my videos. It's a joke, whatsoever. Okay, as you can see, I finished up the cannon loopholes on both sides, and I told you in the second update that I'm looking for efficient way how to cut and how to measure the loopholes and so on. So the first task was how to transfer the measurements from the plan to the actual model. My first attempt was to bring all the I measured all the distance between the loopholes and up and down and left and right, and transferred it to a 2-inch on a 2-inch masking tape. This 2-inch masking tape I put on the model and aligned it with the first deck. When I checked the reference points like the ribs and corners and whatsoever I can take, I found out that it does not fit. I believe it's because of the curve of the model, and if you got the measurements from the plan, it's a straight line, it's on 2-dimensional and just 3-dimensional, so this way is longer than the side view of the plan, so it did not work. So what I did was I only put on the lines from the upper lower corner in the next layer and like this, and made lines on the masking tape again and aligned it with the deck and so on and so on. And then I checked the plan, and the lower layer of these loopholes are aligned with the upper. They're already pre-cut in these plywood parts, so I put a square and got it all transferred. So first and third layer are in line. Here in between we have no reference points. I checked the plan for where are the bulkheads or the ribs, and also the corner of these openings, and so on and so on and so on. And there are 5 of this or 6. You have to take measurements. Then the layer in between, or the second layer, the most of them are like a line, like a cross, so it's easy to transfer. But even so, I checked again the points where are the ribs and the bulkheads and whatever corner I got to transfer it, and checked it so that the accuracy of these loopholes is maybe around 1 millimeter off or in, or whatever you call it. So that was the best way I found to transfer the measurements to the model. The second task was to cut the square holes. There are many videos also about this on YouTube, and what I made was, or what I used was simply my Dremel. I made a video of this and just watch it. So basically what you need is a Dremel with the smallest engraving tool you can get from Dremel. I believe it's 2 millimeters. You saw it in the video, and that's it. That's for me the fastest way to open all these holes. And there's another thing, it do not have to be 1000% correct, because all these square holes has a metal cast frame. So if there is a very small gap, let me say not more than 1 millimeter, it really doesn't matter, because the one thing is there comes a second and a third layer of the planking, and because of this metal cast part, this frame, so it really does not matter if the holes are 1000% clear and whatsoever. That's the advantage of this model. Other models are different. There are some models you have to cut and file all these holes, because some of these models you have to make a wooden frame on or in this hole, so that's quite different. So but for this purpose, or for this model, the way I choose, that's okay, because of all of these issues. Okay. The second thing was, in my second update, the strips, the 7 millimeter strips, so you will put on the sidings. I told you that I have problems because of the color of this wood or the type of this wood. The parts list said it's walnut, but it's definitely not walnut. I believe it's a type of mahogany, but I'm not the wood expert. It's a reddish wood, and it does not fit to the rest of the hull. It looks like I don't know if you put some orange on a banana tree or whatever. So I told you that I have to make an experiment how to stain in a natural way this wood, that it fits to the rest of the hull. The first thing what I did was to put one strip, because for testing only, 1 day in brewed coffee. When I got it out in the next day, first of all, it looks very dark, and I thought, okay, that's it, that's the way I can do it. But after some hours it dried up, and there was a really slight brown tone in it, but not enough, and the red still pops out of the wood, and it did not fit. Excuse me. So the next thing what I tried, maybe it was not enough, I let them soak for 1 week. Got it out yesterday or the other day, I don't remember, and still the same. It got some more brown color, but still not enough. And then I checked YouTube, and there are some videos about natural staining wood and like this, and also using coffee. And the guys who made this video said that it needs more than 1 coat to get a really brown color in whatever type of wood. Okay, that's too much for this. So I checked another way. I also, in the same video, I saw that he's using also steel wool and the nail, and let it rust in water, and using this rusty water for staining the wood. That gave me the idea, because in the last model I built, that was the King of the Mississippi, I put some steel wool in vinegar and let it dissolve in the vinegar, and now it's powder because all the vinegar evaporated. So this nasty stuff is nothing else than rust. I put some water on it and brushed a corner of these wood strips. I'm 100% sure that you cannot see it. After it dried up, I wiped it off with a towel, and believe it or not, because it's wood, this gave me the brown color what fits to the walnut, and it only needs 1 coat. So if I fix this tone with clear varnish, that's the color I'm searching for, and it does not clog up my wood grain, so like a color or whatever, or a stain maybe. I don't like it, because I like these open pores and the open grain, so that's the thing I do for these sidings. Okay, I already put 2 lanes of this light wood strips, this 5mm by 0.6 on the sidings. They are really easy to apply. One thing, before you put on the second and the third layer, make sure that your hull is sanded the way you like it. So that has to be 100% sure that the sanding of the hull is finished, because these wood strips are so thin, it's only 0.6 millimeters. There is no space to remove any bumpers or uneven portions of the hull. So before you apply these strips, all this has to be sanded in a proper way. Okay, again, so far that's it, because the last 2 weeks I have some private issues, so I could not get all the time I need to work on this model, but whatsoever, that's finished now, and I will find some more time to work on it. The next update, so in the next 2 weeks, I believe that I can finish up all the second and the third layer and cut open again the square holes so that I can insert the frames, but what I will not do. And I also have to install the keel and the stern and also the rudder, and also this I believe the stern section here, and what's coming. I have to check the plan. But I believe the sidings will be finished, and I hope that there will be no big issues anymore on this part. Okay, so far again that's it, and I try to keep my speeches clear, shorter, and got some put some more information in it so that there will not come any more complaints, and will put more pictures. I'm trying to make more pictures and short videos. I know that my speech is annoying. Okay, whatsoever. I wish you a nice day and enjoy your hobby.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. That way you get immediate update for our new videos that we are going to post every week.